Hello there, Aries. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. While I'm shuffling the cards, let me remind everybody that I do offer private readings either via phone or Skype. All you have to do to get that set up is check out my website below. All my contact information is there. If you're in the U.S., call me or text me. If you're outside the U.S., call me or text me on Skype. And we'll get you taken care of quickly, quickly, quickly. You had one card fall out already while we were shuffling. Let's take a peek at what else comes up for you, Aries, for the week. Okay, so for Monday, what we have showing up is the Death card in reverse. Death card in reverse just means that there is some kind of transformation that you know you need to make, Aries, but you're afraid to make it. You know that if you would make this transformation, that it would improve the situations in your life. At the same time, you don't know what it's going to do to a lot of other situations as well, but you do know it will affect them, and so you are a little bit afraid of that unknown, and that's keeping you from moving forward with that transition. Best advice on that card is always, when this card shows up, it's talking about a transition that is going to leave you better off whenever it works its way through. It's also talking about a transition that's happening whether you like it or not. So you can resist it if you want. It'll just make this transition take longer, or you can embrace it and the transition doesn't take as long, and then you end up on the other side of it in your happier, more productive place that much more quickly. So totally up to you, Aries, but that's the advice that always shows up with that card whenever it's in reverse, or at least it always has. Second card we have coming up here is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse is coming up for Tuesday. This is a card that basically tells me that you've been doing some strategizing and some planning, and that some of those plans are not really coming together exactly the way that you thought they were. So I think on Tuesday you're going to feel like you're going back to the drawing board and starting over with new strategies or new plans. All right. Now Wednesday, what we have showing is Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is telling me that there is something that is making you feel a little bit stuck. You're not exactly sure how to move forward. The trick with this card, though, is that whatever it is that's making you feel stuck is your own perspective. It's all in your own mind. So if you can try to look at this situation that's making you feel that way from, somebody else's perspective, you know, imagine telling the mailman about it and what the mailman's perspective might be or reaction might be, and that'll give you a little bit of a key about where your perspective is not where it would be. Don't really tell the mailman, they're busy. Just imagine. Just imagine. And if that doesn't work, find somebody who is objective to tell and check out their reaction. All right, let's look at Thursday for you, Aries. Here you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups just tells me you are looking at lots of options, doing some daydreaming about things that you could do to make your life better. Next, let's look at Friday. Friday, we do have the Rebirth card. This is a card that does talk about starting something again that has been left behind, picking that back up and beginning again with that. Okay? I don't know why, but for somebody out there, there's an Afghan that you started to crochet and you left it behind, and now you are picking that up and you're working on the Afghan. I'm sure that only applies to about one person. That's very specific. But still, the general meaning is going to apply to everybody, which is that something that you had let go of, now you're picking that back up on Friday. Now, Saturday, what we have showing up is the Wheel in reverse, and the Wheel in reverse is just telling me that this is not very good timing. So if you were thinking about requesting something or asking for something on Saturday, I would not do that. I would suggest basically, just about any other day except for maybe Wednesday. But anyway, this is not a card to try to ask for things or try to get things done. This is a card that really talks about whatever you are doing. Things are going very slow and delayed, and the processes are kind of mired down, and so there are extra processes and extra steps to get whatever it is you're trying to accomplish done whenever we see this card come up on Saturday. Now, Sunday, here you have the Two of Pentacles. For me, this is usually my card about balancing the budget. A lot of you may be balancing your budget on Sunday, Aries. This can also be talking about feeling the need to balance your life out in some way, whether it's that you're not getting enough personal time, you're not getting enough family time, you're not getting enough time to get your work done. Whatever it is, this can be talking about balancing out time just as easily as finances, but it does feel like you're working on getting your finances to all balance on Sunday here. That's the stronger, I would say 90% of you is that. And then there's just a little of you that, you know, you're working on balancing time or balancing something else in your life, but you're looking to bring more balance in. I'm looking forward to doing readings for you, some of you here this week, and I'll see the rest of you on the next video. Peace out.